Hey, good morning. Here we are, Philippians chapter 1, verses 21 through 26. Great verse you've probably heard. In verse 21, it says, "For me to live is Christ, and to die is gain." And then he goes on and he talks about living and the reason that pulls back and forth. What I want you to focus on today is, what is your life about? What is it really about? Listen to the text and then we'll talk about it. He says, "For me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. If I'm to live in the flesh, that means fruitful labor for me. Yet which I shall choose, I cannot tell. I'm hard pressed between the two. My desire is to depart and be with Christ, because that is far better. But to remain in the flesh is more necessary on your account. Convinced of this, I know that I will remain and continue with you all for your progress and joy in the faith, so that in me you may have ample cause to glory in Christ Jesus, because of my coming to you again." Here's a few interesting things about this. What Paul is first he says, "For me," or "For to me, live Christ, die gain." In the Greek language, in the original manuscripts, there's no verb. So Christ is life, Christ life, death gain. That's Paul's attitude. And so what I want us to think about is, what does life mean for me? What does life mean for you? If you listen to the sermon, we talked about, if life is money, then poverty is death. And this is what Paul is doing. He wants the Philippians to think, he wants us to think, ask myself the question, for me, what does life mean? So first question for you guys, for me or for you, what is life? What are we lifing for? What are we living for? Second thing, I just want you to notice what Paul does is, he's saying it's a choice. Yet for me, which I shall choose, I cannot tell. I'm hard pressed between the two. My desire is to depart and be with Christ, because that's easier, but to remain is more necessary. And he goes on, he says, eventually I'm going to do what brings Jesus the most glory. So the second question, kind of with a point, is this: are you willing to live your life in a way that brings God maximum amount of glory, even if it's not what you feel best about? Not best, what makes you most comfortable? There you go. Are you willing to live your life for Jesus Christ, even if it's not the most comfortable thing for you?